Yo, what's up, family? We back again, once again, on the Pokédares channel. This time, we got singles versus seals. I'll give y'all my opinion. And when I do like to give my opinion, I do like to speak upon the stuff that I have, not more than the stuff I don't have. You know, sometimes you can speak just enough to that point, but if you don't have the product, it's pretty much of a maybe or a whatnot. But when you have hits, like I have some of these hits from Prismatic Evolutions, you know, like this gold Dugong right here. You know what I mean? We're going to check and see the price and stuff like this. So we're going to get my opinions on should you do singles or should you do seals? And I do have 20 of these put up, you know what I mean? And we're going to get to that. But I said, let's get to singles first. Now, it's not all my singles, but just some of the ones that I am going to send to get graded eventually, or someone I might keep as singles. And I do have doubles and triples to sell and stuff like that. But a lot of my singles, a lot of these, you like, hey, is they going to PSA, D? Some of them eventually, not right now, because you know the situation was going on with PSA. But I decided a lot of my stuff is going through Beckett, you know what I mean? Whether they come back at 8s, back at 9s, 9.5s, 10s, I think a value is a value, depending on how you call it or what you think about it. So, like I said, this Dugong, this Goldinga. Sorry about that, family. This Goldinga right here. It's a very beautiful card right here. Fire. Now, do I think, is this a good, strong investment? Should I send this off getting graded? To me, I believe so. You know why? Just because we're about to see what's the value of this card right here. And the last time I checked, it was like at $40, $45. I'm pretty sure it might have went up a little bit, might have went down, but I'll check it in a second. But to me, I believe it's worth getting graded. As you can see right here, it's very clean. You know, don't have too many, like it don't have no dots or nothing like that. It's very centered. I went well into detail to look at this, so I think got a strong chance of this getting like a PSA 10 or even PSA 9, but since I'm sending them to Beckett, I like to say like a Beckett. I would say I hopefully get a Beckett 10, a pristine 10, or even a 9, 9.5 is just as good too. So that's nice. Now, the second would be this mask right here, this Oricon mask. I wanted to send off the PSA before stuff got a little bit too crazy. But, you know, we gonna send this to Beckett. Like I said, very clean, went into detail work, into looking at my cards, grading them. If you guys been noticing on my videos, like the products that if you guys want to check out, like from Fanatic, as far as like top loaders and sleeves and stuff like that, a little bundle kit that you guys can use for your cards. And not only that, I have one with the ring light, not the ring light, but it's like, you know how people look at diamonds and make sure your diamonds is real or is not chipped and all that stuff, the little magnifying, not glass, but like a lens, is that you can use that with a grader. It's like not like a grader scale, but like a measure, like keeps it in place so you can see if your lining's up to, is it a 45, 48, the angles and stuff like that. So I'll have that as the product placed in this video when y'all get to check it out towards the end. And like I said, this is definitely, I want to send this off as well. Very clean right here. Like I said, we will check the numbers for these cards as I go along with them. First, I'm just going to show you the cards, and then we're going to go through, we're going to look at TCG real quick. I'll show y'all a little bit of what the numbers is, and then y'all put it in the comment section. Y'all let me know on my cards what y'all think too as well. Should I get them graded or should I sell them as singles? Far as right now, being that CGC and PSA, which I said I'm going through Beckett, I like all different ones, but PSA and Beckett is usually my main ones. But I think it's a perfect time for a lot of people who have singles. If you have doubles and triples, I think you should, especially if you want to invest in newer product, if you don't want to have to come out your own pocket. I think if you say you had 2 of these, or let's say you had 5 of these, you keep one for yourself, and then I would send one to get graded, and then the rest I would just sell as singles. You know what I'm saying? So that's a good strategy to keep right there if you think so. The next card will be this gold Orgrimmon mask right here. I think it's probably like a $20 card. And Beckett charged 17, and they don't have an upcharge. I can't remember what it's called. To pay for it is like an extra few dollars. So if it's like Express or something like that, it's like $75. And if the card come back a black label or a pristine 10, Beckett do not use an upcharge, because whatever you decide your category of paying base, as far as basic, Express and stuff like that, they don't charge you for an upgrade. So that is a huge plus when you send in the Beckett. And their shipping back time is a little bit faster than PSA right now. So this is fire right here. It's not a clean one. Then we have the Master Ball right here, this Executor, which I think this will probably more than likely get a 10 right here. I'm hoping a 10, if not a 9. You know, this is very clean. At the point of time, I think this is probably like a $15, $20 card. Like I said, 17, 20 bucks to send this to get graded. To if this come back in like a 10 or a Beckett, it'll probably be like a few $100s. So this is a great investment. So cards like this, that's normally, and I'm gonna get to these. This is, to me, these Master Balls and Pokeball. I'm gonna talk about this a little bit later. I think this will be a huge key for Prismatic, just because a lot of people is not talking about the Pokeballs and the Master Balls. A lot of people think, oh, it's oversaturated, it's trash, it's gonna make the set crumble. To me, my opinion, it's not, because this is one of the main bridges in order to master your set of Prismatic, in order to master the set. And you're missing a lot of Pokeballs and Master Balls. So a lot of people that was just throwing them away or just giving them away, I believe you're gonna, you know what I'm saying? Gonna be a little tight about that later, especially if they decide to go up. Not every Pokeball Master Ball, I'm gonna say, would be like the Umbreon or let's say the Eevee evolutions. But I believe eventually down the line, in a long-term investment with these will be very valuable for other Pokemon other than the Eevee evolutions. So, like I said again, this Dusclops right here, this is a Master Ball. Another one where I was sending it in to get graded. Fire. Okay. And that was, I want to say, probably like 10, 15 bucks, something like that, which will probably come back to be a couple hundreds. Again, here go a Pokeball Vaporeon. Like I said, we're gonna look these prices up too for them as raw. Clean, very clean. Then I have a Master Ball. A few of these. Glaceon. We have a Master Ball. Espeon. Very clean. Then you have a Master Ball Eevee. Now, until my SIRs, or SIRs, however you want to pull it, between both of them, is Palafin. Very clean. Also, from the UPC that I opened up two. The other Eevee, a little heavy off-center, so I sold it. So that's the single that I sold, you know what I'm saying, at the time. I ended up getting $45 for it. I won $50. I knocked off $5, so I sold it for $45 at the time. And then I got this clean run right here, and I have 5 more UPCs sealed put up. You know, hopefully I can get another. If I can get another 5, that would be cool. But if I don't get no more, that's fine by me. So we have this right here, sending that in the Beckett. And of course, we have our 2 SIRs, my Eevee evolutions. I just need 7 more to finish up the other one. So we have our Glaceon, which I believe is at $300 market price right now, $300. And then we have the hit of the hit, the main chaser, what everybody's chasing. You know, we have the Umbreon right here, which is at, I believe, 1600 raw. So and then also now we have our seal, which I said I have 20 of these. This is going about 155 marketplace raw. So just getting you a price on that, and I'll show you all that. And before I show you the price, just get you my opinion. Now I want to show you guys the cards. Like I said, it's not all my Prismatic and stuff like that. I am building the master set. If y'all seen the master set of Prismatic, y'all go check that out. Fire video. Hit that like, hype button. Now, those cards that I showed you are some of them that I want to get graded on. I ain't going to show y'all the whole box, but those what I think that has a lot of value, right, far as gradable and money wise. Now, far as the singles right there, that I would love to get graded, those are very valuable to where either I can sell them right now and get a nice piece of the pie, or I can get them graded and hold on to them and get more value every time the years goes up. Now, a lot of people say, dude, the numbers is facts. Slabs are going down. Fossil, you look back in the day, it's gonna crash, it's gonna crash. Okay, they drop a few dollars, right? Now, my argument towards that is, okay, base set, yeah, it went down a number, but how much is for a Charizard right now? Reverse holo, about tens of thousands of dollars, right? Y'all can look it up for yourselves. Anything old back then, yes, the sealed is always going to be worth more. So base set boxes of over what, $75,000, $100,000 for a base set box, fine. The Charizard reverse holo, if it's a 10, then it's about the same type of price. But most likely it's very hard to get a 10 in those, but if it was kept sealed, then you have a real high chance of getting some good 10s or 9s. Even 9s and 8s. A PSA 9 Charizard is still going for like $14, $20, maybe $20,000. So you're still gaining. Then all the other little cards that's in there, whether it's a Needle King, stuff like that, still $3,000, $4,000. $100, $300 for this item. So a lot of people look at just the main hits and don't look at all the other cards in there. To me, everything is profit. No matter if it's $10, $20, $50 to $100 to some thousands, it is all profit, especially if you're trying to make a profit or make your funds back on top of a profit. So now when it comes to Prismatic, where a lot of people is banking on that it's gonna fail because it's stuck, it hasn't grown. The ETB right here is the same price of it was when pre-orders came out, which they said that is a failure in Prismatic eyes. To me, it's really not a failure, because if you think about it, right? If this box, right, that came out almost this coming up year, family, April 10th, this set is going out of rotation, and we're gonna see how much is a failure gonna be on April 10th, 2027. But that's another day, another topic. But as of right now, they like to say it's a failure. How is something a failure? Something fails, right? If it came out a year, let's say a year, I think this is what, a year, 5 months now, whatever it may be. If that's a failure, right? If it comes out a year later and it went through almost a dozen reprints, we went at about 10 reprints right now and still some more, and it didn't go under its pre-sale value. Remember what they said, family. This was 155 before it came out in January of its first year coming out, right? And as of now, a whole year, reverse later, right? Or fast forward later, it's the same price, right? As it's now before it came out. That's not a failure. That's actually a game. Let me explain something to you, right? It stood still, it statter out. Through all the chaos of Sam's Club drops, Costco drops, bots and reprints and this and that, right? It's funneling through, and everybody, and is how you call it, the machines and the Pokemon centers, all of that, for it to go through all those battles and all those fights. This box right here, and even the Dollar General version, is way more. I don't even have that one. The Dollar General version is $200. It's 50 something dollars more. That's even better. That's a yellow stamp on this box, the same box, is worth more than any other stuff right now, other if you were to sell like Offended Heroes, right? We have, that makes that even more of an advantage for this profit and this product. The fact that it's the same box, right? And one has a stamp. No, it's 3 boxes out. A Pokemon Center, of course, is going through the roof. This regular one, and a Dollar General. So you have 3 different reprints. You have a Pokemon Center reprint, you have a Dollar General reprint, and then you have a standard reprint. So this box have 3 different reprints with 2 different stamps. One, if you want to say, let's put it in classism, right? The rich and famous would be the Pokemon Center. Middle class, this is middle class. Dollar General is for the hood. The projects, you know, that's 3 different classes, right? With the same box, right? So everybody getting a piece, you feel me? So if you look at it, where is the loss? Where is, like, you see what I'm saying? It's gaining more value. And the fact that in April 10th of next year, when this set do go out of rotation, all 3 boxes, family, are gonna go up. This regular one, which I got at MSRP, which I like the marketplace, set value, you know what I'm saying? And then the Dollar General one, which is $40, which is $10 underneath this one. And they did a deal, right? If you was at the Dollar General, right, and you bought, I think it was more than 2 or it was 3, you got a 10 or 15% discount on those boxes. So if you buy more than 3, right, would normally cost you about $200 something. They was paying for about $150, $175 for 4 boxes. So that was another reason why a rush was to the dollar stores for the dollar store one. So if that's a failure, I highly doubt it. I think that's a gain. So anybody who even got those boxes at $40 after tax, $41 or $42 or something cents, and it's a $202 box, not a failure, family. That's a gain for you. Even if you paid $90 for a Dollar General box, family, a gain in profit, you know? So whenever somebody tells you, oh, it didn't move, it didn't do this, nah, don't listen to that. Do your own research, do your own history, and then you calculate your numbers of what you spend. Let me repeat that. When you do your history, your homework on your products that you have, right? Or that you want to have, you calculate the numbers. You do your due diligence and you put it with, let's say, a person like me who have investment in the seal or who have the actual cards. Because I can speak from both sides of the field. Now, you know what I'm saying? So when you have both products, I think it's very key. A lot of the other content creators, some of them either have just seal and no cards, or some of them have cards but no seal, and they only can speak from one point of view of each or. For me, and very few select people that's doing this can speak from both angles, you know. Very few of us, because a lot of them say, hey, don't open English, do Chinese, is cheaper. To me, that's the coward's way out. I don't want to just open Chinese. To me, that's too easy. You know what I'm saying? I like Chinese, I like the Italian versions, I like other languages, but to me, when you play in the game, do you always play the game on novice, or do you want to get better and keep going to different levels? To me, English is the master level, it's the expert level, right? Some people like to stay on novice. That's fine. Go collect Japanese, go collect Chinese. Some people want to stay, you know, on normal, where you kind of could do both and you get a little better. But at least you moved up from novice, or hold on, we didn't even get to normal yet. It's novice, easy, normal, pro, expert, how you want to do it, whether you play Madden or whether you play Mortal Kombat. Y'all know what I'm talking about. But eventually you want to get up to Mr. Miyagi level, master level. And to me, when you can do both, this is master level, because I'm not just speaking from this point of view or this point of view. I'm speaking from both point of views. And for us, I want to say you can't go wrong with either or. And for me, and for many of those out there that's doing both what I'm doing, do both. Get you some seal, get you some cards. You ain't gotta open everything, right? Like I said, I had 20 of these. Even if I want to open up 10 right now and hold 10, guess what? I'm still winning. I cannot hit nothing. Some of them will tell you, they're like, well, what if you don't hit absolutely nothing and you just wasted all that money? I enjoyed myself. So yeah, family, my bad. Like I was saying, the camera had died on me a little bit. You know, I'm a Laker fan, but salute to them Knicks, you know. Jeremy Lin sanity. You know what I'm saying? Even though that was some years ago, some years ago. But y'all already know. But anyway, like I said, when you open them, if you don't get nothing, at least you enjoy the pack opening, the experience, having fun with your kids, your families, or just yourself, you know what I'm saying? Just being able to open up something that you love and you dream like collecting, investing, or selling. It really doesn't matter as long as you enjoy it, as long as you make a profit, as long as you stay true to yourself and do what you do. But I want y'all to see the numbers on the cards that I showed you and this ETB. So let's start with, we have the Sunbreon. Y'all see that right there? Bam. We'll scroll down. At market, y'all see what it is. It is at $15.53.74. That is the market value of it is raw right now. Y'all see what it's been doing. Here goes the chart. You see it is at its high, one of its highest right now. It's pretty much a $1,600 card raw. So y'all can see that. You know what I'm saying? Check it out. So you just gotta take my word for it. Here go the actual numbers, the card and everything right there. Bam. Let's go back. Okay. Here go the Glaceon that I have. No thanks. Market value at 300. And it was at its lowest of 185 as of March 16th through the 18th, and it shot all the way up to $300. See that, family, which is a 57.25% boost from where it was at, and it's about to go out of rotation as of April 10th of next year. So y'all see that as well. I do have this UPC right here, which is at market value $296, $300. I paid $110, $112 for all 7 of mine. I opened 2, I have 5 left. So y'all can see right now, I'm at a profit of what? $190 profit for me as of right now, because I paid $110 for mine. These at $296, $300. So I'm at a $190 profit on those, which I'm up. And the cards I'm up as well. Remember, like I told y'all, right? This is, hold on. And if you have the Pokemon Center ETB, this is the Pokemon Center one. Market price $513. This was a $61 and some change when it came out on Pokemon Center. You guys are up $436 profit right now. You know, not too exact, but that's around the ballpark. So you're up if you have this and you got it. Or if you pay, let's say $100, $200 for this, you're still up $300. So no matter what you did, as long as you didn't buy it at that price of right now, you're up. Even if you buy it at this price right now, then that means you just have to hold for like 5 years, 4 to 5 years, or maybe even sooner than that. You know what I'm saying? You can get rid of it. Now this is the Dollar General version. As you can see up there, see that yellow? It's a Dollar General version. It was $158 at its lowest, and at its highest is $202.64. Market value $203, went up $1 as of last night. Fire. Okay. And the one I have right here, which is the regular version, we at $165.97, so we up $10. At its lowest, or the highest, was $201 of March of 16, so it went down. It dropped 16%. So it was up 202, but it's gonna go up, fam. Like I said, I bought mine at MSRP. Some of them was $55, some of them was $62 because of Myers. So I'm still up. I'm gonna make triple my profit. And anybody who got them at 120 or 100, you still up 60 bucks profit. If not, you got them at 150. Just hold on until next year. You will make $50 profit when April 10th come along. So don't even trip, family. So yeah, just wanted to show you guys the loose my singles. We didn't get all the singles, but you get the kind of familiarity of what's going on. Matter of fact, let me show you a master ball. Like, you see the Umbreon master ball right here? Y'all see that right there? $85 profit. I have booster bundles, which is I have just a display case, which is 10, which is at $104, which is $25 a box. Just go Dinga. Y'all see it, which I have right there. Market price is at $42 for it. It was at as high as 50 bucks. It's as low as 41. So only took just a little slight dip for this Goldinga. But yeah, y'all get the justification of it. And like I said, I'm gonna send those in the Beckett, which only gonna cost, like I said, 45 bucks, $35 to get it back. What is that, 75 days? I think it's like $75, $85 to come back 45 days. Do that for like the Umbreon and stuff like that. So those are the things I wanted to go far as singles versus seal collection. Which one is better? I would say do both if you can. But if you only can do one, you can't go wrong with either the seal version of the ETBs or booster bundles or UPCs, or if you actually hit some cards, or if you pull some, or you did some trades, you can't go wrong. I do know everybody can't get these. You're not guaranteed to get these, but if you put the work in, you can either buy these, you know what I'm saying, which is good investment. Some people are going to tell you $1,500, you're nuts, the card can drop it. Listen, if you're about to quick flip, buy these, because PSA 10 or a Beckett 9, Beckett 10 is still $3,000, $2,000. A PSA 10 right now is $6,000, $6,000. PSA 10, we're about close to 1,000. A Beckett will be maybe a little bit more depending on your numbers, but either if it's a Beckett 8, a Beckett 9, whatever, you're still gonna get the price of it as the price of if it's a PSA 10 or a PSA 9. So you're not gonna lose either way. So if you're about to quick flip these and you want to make some money now, you have cash that you can just go ahead and invest in, I will invest in buying some of these these singles. Or if you want to buy some for the long run, as far as 3 years or 5 years, it's still a great investment, because this is like our version of the Charizard as far as Scarlet and Violet, as far as this era. Charizard is always going to be Charizard, Pikachu is going to be Pikachu. As far as the new up and coming Pokemon, or not new, but let's say the next tier that can hold its own set and value, which we see now, which is Prismatic Evolutions. The Eevee collection, you know what I'm saying? Eevee Evolutions is holding his own. Umbreon is holding his own as far as Evolving Skies. Y'all know what Evolving Skies is doing as far as Prismatic. So you can't go wrong with either or. This is my opinion. Hope you invest in both, or Hey, or if you're not investing, just collecting, I hope you get either or. Get your hands on these so you can open them, or if you want to keep them sealed, or if you just want to collect your favorite Pokemon, which is Eevee, and one of my favorites, or if you want to get your investing on at the same time so you can't go wrong. So that's my thoughts and opinions today, family, on sealed versus singles or single versus sealed. So y'all enjoy y'all day, and the next one I'm going to do singles versus slabs, or slabs versus singles. Y'all put it in the comment section and let me know what y'all want to do. And then all right, Poke fam, Poke squad up, salute. Let's see what them Knicks can do, y'all. Can y'all get that Knick sanity, that Lynn sanity, or Knick sanity? Lakers in 6, you already know, even though we ain't playing. But till next time, family, enjoy y'all day. Deuces.